All right. What's up, everybody? How's it going? YouTube, human beings out there, or AI bots, whatever you are. I'm just leaving the gym. A little disappointed with my workout today. My body just not feeling right. I ate way too much freaking junk food, and my body just not performing right today. So, just gotta eat right. Anyways, what I want to talk today. Oh, doing things that you've been avoiding, or that I've been avoiding, right? I think it's a very human tendency. There's something that's just kind of like clanking around in your head, and you know you're supposed to do it, but it feels like it's going to be a huge pain in the ass, and you just don't want to acknowledge it. And you put it off and put it off. I got a notice from the IRS. It was like months ago already. We needed to file some paperwork because it wasn't classified correctly or something, and we had to I don't know. I was just reading it, and it feels overwhelming, because you know how the IRS always talks in that very dense, convoluted, speaking their own language. And so I've been sitting on this paperwork for a long time and just not fucking doing it. And there's a phone number on there for someone to call, and I finally called the frickin' number. And it turns out it's not that big of a fucking deal. I've just been avoiding this thing because I thought it was going to be this huge mountainous task. And it turns out it was fucking nothing. I just built it up in my head. It's been occupying mental bandwidth for a long time now. And getting it done is not going to take a lot of time or energy. So, like, putting it off with the idea of, like, almost feeling overwhelmed by it. Like, putting it off was the thing that created the overwhelm. And just fucking doing it, it was nothing. You know what I mean? So, I'm just thinking that's kind of how we treat a lot of areas of life. I know I have. I know it's just a typical human thing to avoid uncomfortable things. And I've tried a lot of uncomfortable things, things like stand-up and jiu-jitsu and things that were like maybe physically uncomfortable, but it's something that comes up in other ways, It's even like just like cleaning up your home, right? You see something dirty, and rather than just like putting in the time to like just clean it up and be done, it's supposed to get done. You're the only person who's going to do it, unless you can afford a cleaner or something. And you just avoid it, and then it just stays dirty, and that just occupies that mental space. We have all these mental loops of things we're supposed to do, things we want to do, things we should do, and we just avoid them, and then they drag us down for an extended period of time until it gets done. And the action itself took way less energy than leaving it undone. Does that make sense? I don't know. I'm trying to think of other areas in my life where I've done that. It's, it's paperwork, and it's, just being clean, and there's another form of procrastination. Procrastination, they say, is the thief of life. I've heard that before, at least. Just distracting yourself with other things. And then, by procrastinating one thing, you start procrastinating other things. It has a snowball effect. It's like a log jam of a bunch of shit. And then life just gets shitty, because you have all these things that are occupying your mental space, occupying your clarity, and doing them is actually not that big of a deal. Like, we make such a big deal out of it, and it's so much easier to distract yourself. So, I don't know. What are you neglecting? Is there some task that you're not getting done? I can think of quite a few. And I also have this sense that now that I've knocked out this first one, it's going to be followed by like a little avalanche of productivity. Like, I've knocked down that first domino, and it's given me that much more like mental space and clarity to like, okay, now let me just knock down the rest of these freaking tasks that have been eating away at me because they're not getting done. You get one done, then it's easier to get the second one, and so on and so forth to get that positive momentum going. So, just want to share that. Those are my thoughts for now.